Nighttime prayer of thanksgiving. Let God lead, trust His direction for your life. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. Psalm 23, 1-3a, my brothers and sisters. Before we begin this prayer of gratitude, let me tell you something simple, but that comes straight from the heart. God already knows what to do with your tomorrow while you are still trying to understand today. Isn't it amazing? He is like that friend who always knows the way, even when we are lost in the midst of our own confusion. So, let's stop for a minute, take a deep breath, and thank together for the one who never leaves us without direction. This prayer is to lift your spirits, bring a little peace, and remind you that God is taking care of everything. Let's go? My brothers and sisters, how about we start by looking at God's care with a smile on our faces? Just imagine, while you're there, perhaps worried about bills, work, or that situation that won't leave your mind, God is already there, like a chef preparing a feast for you. He already knows exactly what you need before you even open your eyes in the morning. It's as if He had a little notebook where everything is written down. Look, my son is going to need strength today. My daughter is going to need a hug tomorrow. And do you know what's most beautiful? He doesn't just watch from afar. He enters our story, takes our hand, and says, "Calm down. I've already taken care of this." So, let's be thankful for this God who never sleeps, who is always one step ahead, taking care of every detail of our lives with a love that we can't even measure. Now think about it with me. God is not only the one who knows everything, He is also the one who fixes everything. Do you know when you're driving and suddenly realize you've taken the wrong road? Sometimes life is like this. We think we are lost, that there is no way out. But God is like that smart friend who already knows all the streets, all the shortcuts. He doesn't leave you stranded in the middle of the road. No, He comes, shows you the way back, and even gives you strength to continue the journey. No matter how big the problem is, whether it is a worry that keeps you awake at night, or a difficulty that seems like a wall in front of you, God already has the key to open the door. So, let's be thankful for this certainty. He never abandons us in the middle of chaos. He is always there, ready to guide us, to bring us back to the place of peace that He has prepared for us. My people, let me tell you something that is the spice of our faith: trusting in God. Sometimes, life seems like a roller coaster, full of ups and downs that we don't understand. But just look at the example of Daniel, that man who was thrown into the lion's den. He didn't know how he was going to get out of that, but he trusted that God had a plan. And God not only shut the lions' mouths, but showed the whole world that He cares for His children. So when you look at your day and think, how am I going to get through this? Remember Daniel. Remember that God is writing your story with a happy ending, even if right now you only see the middle of the chapter. Let's be thankful for this God who transforms the den into a place of victory, who takes our struggles and turns them into a testimony. Because at the end of the day, He is in control, and everything He does is out of love for us. Lord, my good and faithful God, I come to You tonight with a heart full of gratitude. Not because the day was perfect. There are times when it feels like I'm trying to climb a ladder that only goes down, but because You continue to be good and hold me steady. Thank You for guiding me today, for being that light that shows me the way, even when I insist on going the other way. You took me by the hand, my God, through the rush, the worries, those moments when I thought I couldn't make it until now. And look, here I am, talking to You. That's already a reason for a big thank you, isn't it? My loving God, I look back today and think about how patient You are with me. It's not easy, is it? There are days when I wake up thinking, I can solve everything on my own, as if I owned the world, but then life comes along and shows me that I'm not even close to that. And even so, You don't give up on me. Thank you for being this presence that never lets go of my hand, even when I stubbornly let go of yours. Today, I ran from one place to another. I dealt with those things that weigh on my chest. Maybe an argument at home, or some news that left me with a heavy heart. But you were there, showing me the way, helping me not to stumble. I am grateful for this kindness that cannot be explained, that simply is, and that brought me here to say, thank you, Lord, for not letting me fall. Lord, I also thank you because you see what I don't see. You know those days when we think we have everything under control? Going wrong? That the car breaks down? That the boss complains? That the house is a mess? Well, sometimes I look at this and think, where did I go wrong? But then the Lord shows me that not everything that seems bad is the end of the line. Thank you for teaching me that, in the midst of confusion, the Lord is working something good. Today, I may have faced a moment that left me without ground, but now, looking back, I see that the Lord was holding me steady, guiding me to a better place. I am grateful for this care that transforms what I thought was a loss into something that makes me grow. And my God, how can I forget to thank you for this peace that you place in my heart? There are times when the day is so busy, so full of noise, that I don't even know how I made it to the night. But here I am, talking to the Lord, and I feel this calm that comes from you. Thank you for being my safe haven, for giving me this certainty that even when everything seems out of place, the Lord is holding the reins. Today I have experienced a bit of everything. There was worry, there was rushing, there was even that moment when I almost gave up. But the Lord brought me here, gave me the strength to continue, and now gives me this rest that I don't even know how to thank Him for. I am grateful for this direction that never fails, that allows me to lie down in peace knowing that the Lord is taking care of me. You know, my God, life has these things that catch us off guard. Today, I may have looked at the bills that never stop arriving, or thought about that relative who is going through a difficult time, or even worried about something at work that won't leave my mind. But tonight, I am grateful that the Lord did not leave me alone in all this. The Lord guided me every step of the way, like a shepherd who doesn't let the sheep fall into the hole. Thank you for pulling me back when I start to get lost, and for showing me that your way of leading is much better than any idea I have. My God, you know how life can sometimes feel like a rough sea, full of waves that try to knock us down. Today, for example, I may have received news about my health that left me heartbroken. Or maybe I had an argument with someone I love and now I don't know how to fix things. It's in these moments that I see how you are my anchor, holding me steady when everything seems to be slipping away. Thank you for giving me strength I didn't even know I had, for helping me take a deep breath and face the day, even when the weight seems too heavy. You are like a safe harbor, welcoming me and giving me peace in the midst of the storm. Lord, I also thank you because you always put the right people in my path when I need them most. Today, I may have received advice from a friend that made me see things differently, or perhaps unexpected help appeared just when I was about to give up. Sometimes I get so wrapped up in my own thoughts that I forget to look around. But the Lord, with His care, guides me through those who cross my path. Thank you for using these people as instruments of your love, showing me that I don't have to carry everything alone. The Lord is like a conductor, orchestrating every detail so that I can find the support I need. And my God, how good it is to know that the Lord renews my strength with His presence every day. Today, perhaps I woke up tired, thinking that I wouldn't be able to handle another day full of challenges. But then, whether it was because of a song that touched my heart, or because of a moment of silence in which I felt the Lord speaking to me, I realized that there is still a reason to keep going. Thank you for this energy that comes from you, which makes me lift my head and believe that tomorrow can be better. The Lord is like the sun that breaks the night, bringing light and warmth to remind me that with your help, I can overcome anything that life throws my way. Lord, I almost laugh when I think about the way you act. You always arrive at the right time. How many times have I asked for a quick answer, like someone who wants to skip to the end of the book, and you said to me, "Wait a minute, I'm preparing something good," and you always do. Thank you for those blessings that appear out of nowhere, like a phone call that brightens my day or that moment of calm just when I thought there was no way out. You guide me with such wisdom, my God, and I am grateful for every time you made me stop when I wanted to run and pushed me forward when I was afraid to take the next step. Lord, how incredible it is to look back and realize that your timing never fails, even when I doubt it. Sometimes I get restless, wanting to solve everything right away, thinking I know the best way. But you, with all patience, show me that waiting is part of the plan. It's not just about what I receive in the end, but about who I become while I wait. More strong, more confident, closer to you. This gratitude in prayer that I offer today is because I recognize that trusting in your plan gives me a peace that the world cannot explain. Thank you, my God, for teaching me that delays are not a no, but a wait, because my best is on the way. It is as if you were writing a perfect story, and I only need to have faith in difficult moments to see the next chapter unfold. And, my God, how you know how to surprise me with blessings that I never imagined. There are days when I wake up thinking, it will be just another ordinary day, and suddenly something extraordinary happens. A gesture of affection, an opportunity that arises, or even a silence that calms the soul. It is these unexpected gifts that make me smile and say, Lord, you are amazing. This morning prayer for peace helps me remember that your love is always working behind the scenes, even when I cannot see it. I am grateful for these proofs of your care, which appear like a ray of sunshine after a storm, filling me with hope and showing me that God's perfect plan never fails to be good. Thank you for making me see the beauty in the little things that you put in my path. Lord, I thank you for being my guide, the one who lights the way when everything seems dark. How many times have I felt lost, not knowing where to go? And you, with your gentle voice, told me, "Go this way, I am with you." It is amazing how your spiritual guidance gives me direction, even when I hesitate or stumble. I am grateful that you not only give me what I need, but also show me how to walk, step by step, with courage and confidence. This certainty that you are in control helps me overcome fear with faith, and I can rest knowing that your wisdom is greater than any plan of mine. Thank you, my God, for holding my hand and leading me exactly where I need to be. My Savior, thank you for being my strength when everything seems to be shaking. The Lord knows those nights when I think too much, right? Worried about my children, about what's coming next, about that bad news. But the Lord takes me to a place of peace, as the psalm says, and calms my heart when it's all tangled up. Tonight, I thank you for that gentle voice that speaks inside me. Trust me, I'm taking care of everything. And I trust, Lord, because you've never let me down. And I know that won't change now. My loving God, I look at this night and see how you are my foundation when the ground seems to shake beneath my feet. There are times when thoughts come like a flood. Did I do enough today? Will tomorrow be easier? Will that complicated situation ever end? But then the Lord steps in, like a friend who arrives at just the right time and gives me that strength that I can't find anywhere else. I am grateful that you hold me when I am about to fall, that you give me a rest that calms my soul and reminds me that even on the darkest nights, your light never goes out. Thank you for this care that makes me lift my head and move forward. Lord, I am grateful that you know every corner of my heart, even the ones I try to hide. Do you know those moments when I toss and turn in bed, thinking about what I cannot control? It could be a child who is making decisions that worry me, or an uncertainty about the future that keeps me awake at night. But you take me by the hand and lead me to a peaceful place, where I can hear your promise that everything has a purpose. I am grateful for this peace that you pour into me, which does not come from understanding everything, but from trusting that you are in control. Thank you for teaching me that, even when I do not see the way out, you are already paving the way. My God, how good it is to know that you are my rock, my safe harbor in any storm. Today, I may have carried a burden that I haven't told anyone about, a sadness that I've kept inside, or a fear that I can't explain. But the Lord sees everything, right? And He gives me this strength that comes from within, which makes me believe that I can face whatever comes. I thank you tonight because you sustain me with your loving words, telling me that I don't need to have all the answers. I just need to trust in your heart. Thank you for bringing me here, for giving me this hope that shines even when the day was hard, and for making me feel that, with you, I'm never alone. My good God, I also want to thank you for my family. You know how we work. Some days are full of joy. Others are just one argument after another over silly things. But I'm grateful because you're guiding each one of us. Thank you for taking care of them, those who are close to you and those who are far away, even those who don't know you well yet. I thank you tonight because you keep us together with your love, giving us the chance to start over when we make mistakes, and guides every heart in my home, even when we are not on the same page. The Lord is the one who holds everything together, my God, and I am so happy for that. My good God, I want to raise my hands and thank you, because you are like a bodyguard who never takes a break, protecting my family day and night. You know every corner of our home, every story we live. There are days when it is very busy. There are days when the challenges come twice as much, but you are always there, like an invisible shield that covers each one of us. I keep thinking about the times that you kept bad things away that we didn't even see coming, those dangers that could have messed everything up, but that you, with your quiet care, turned into just a passing scare. Thank you for this presence that never fails, that never leaves us helpless, even when life is tough. It is because of you that I sleep in peace, knowing that my family is safe in your hands. Lord, I am also grateful that you have such great patience with us, even when we don't deserve it. At home, not everything is perfect. There are times when patience slips, when words come out crooked, and we end up stepping on the toes of those we love the most. But the Lord, with that gentle way that only the Lord has, takes us by the hand and teaches us how to fix things. It is the Lord who shows us how to apologize from the heart, how to give a hug that heals, how to try to be a little better the next day. I am grateful that the Lord does not turn his back on our mistakes. On the contrary, he transforms each stumble into a chance to learn more about love and forgiveness. My family would not be the same without this kindness that brings us back together, even after the most chaotic days. My God, I look ahead and thank you because you are writing my family's story with ink full of love, and this fills my heart with hope. Sometimes we don't see clearly what's happening. There are days when it seems like everything is going upside down, but I know that the Lord is working behind the scenes, planting seeds of peace, unity, and faith in each heart. I trust that the future of my home is in your lap, and that you will guide each step, each choice, and each dream that we carry. Thank you for giving me this certainty, Lord, that the best is yet to come, and that with you holding the reins, my family will move forward with a light heart and a soul full of gratitude. And I can't forget, Lord, those darker days when I wake up without energy when the news is bad, or when I feel like I didn't do my best. Thank you for guiding me through these moments, for not letting me get stuck in the darkness. You are like a light that appears just when I need it, showing me where to step when I can't see anything ahead. Tonight, I thank you for every time you lifted me up, gave me courage, and said, "Go ahead, I am with you." Your guidance is what keeps me standing, Lord, and I am grateful that I do not have to carry everything alone. My God, I want to thank you because you are like a firm anchor in the middle of a rough sea. There are days when life seems like an endless storm, with high waves that try to knock me down. It could be a difficulty at work, a concern for family, or even a tiredness that weighs on my soul. At those times, I feel the ground shaking beneath my feet, and I want to give up fighting the current. But you come with this calm strength, holding me steady when I think I am going to sink. Thank you for being this solid foundation, for giving me balance and showing me that, even when everything is shaking, I can trust in you. Your presence calms me, Lord, and reminds me that no storm is greater than your power. I am grateful because, with you, I find peace even in the midst of chaos. Lord, I also thank you because you are like a lighthouse that cuts through the dense fog of my most confusing days. Sometimes, I find myself at a crossroads in life, not knowing which road to take. The choices seem too many, and the fear of making a mistake paralyzes me. It could be an important decision or simply a day when my head is full of doubts and uncertainties. But you illuminate the path, pointing me in the direction with a soft light that drives away the darkness. I am grateful for this guidance that never fails, for guiding me patiently and showing me that not every step needs to be perfect as long as it is done with faith. With you leading me, I feel courage to move forward, even when I can't see the end of the road. Thank you for being my guide, Lord, and for never letting me get lost. My God, how good it is to be able to count on you as a faithful friend who never leaves me, not even in the loneliest times. There are times when silence weighs heavily, and I find myself thinking that no one sees the struggles I carry inside. Perhaps a bad day, a quiet sadness, or a battle that I face in silence. But the Lord is always there, close by, like a shelter that protects me from the cold of the world. I thank you for this love that surrounds me, for giving me a safe place to rest when everything seems too much. Your company lifts me up, Lord, gives me strength to face what lies ahead, and reminds me that I am never truly alone. Thank you for walking with me, for holding my hand and making me feel that, with you by my side, I can go further. It is this care that fills me with hope, even on the grayest days. My God, you have this special way of transforming difficult things into something beautiful, and I have seen it happen. Thank you for the little joys of today, that moment when I was able to stop and breathe, or that smile from someone that changed my day. You take me to places of rest, as the psalm says, and I don't always realize how much I need it. I thank you tonight for these blessings that you place in my path gently, like someone who leaves a surprise gift. You take care of every detail, right? And I am grateful for this love that doesn't let anything pass by. My God, I keep thinking about how you have this incredible gift of taking the most difficult moments in life and finding a way to turn them into something that, in the end, fills me with peace. Sometimes I go through situations that leave me lost, like a day when everything goes wrong, or news that keeps me up at night. But then, Lord, you step in, and I see that these difficulties are not the end of the story. It's as if you were writing a book with chapters that I don't understand at the time, but that later make perfect sense. I've felt this way when a closed door forced me to look at another path, and that path ended up being lighter and full of learning. Thank you for not abandoning me in the storms, for showing me that even tears can water something beautiful that will grow later. This way you have of transforming chaos into calm is a gift that I don't even know how to thank you for. Lord, I also love how you fill my days with these little sparks of joy that catch me off guard. It could be the sound of a song I like playing on the radio at the exact time I need to hear it, or the way the sun shines through the window in the morning, bringing a pleasant warmth. There are days when it's just a message from someone dear, or even the smell of fresh bread in the bakery, which makes me smile without even realizing it. These things seem small, but they are like hugs that the Lord gives me in the middle of the rush, reminding me that life has these little pieces of happiness to hold me. I am grateful because the Lord knows that I need this, knows that sometimes my heart is tired and just wants a reason to be happy. Thank you for spreading these simple gifts along my path, teaching me to value what is light and good. My God, the way the Lord takes care of every little piece of my life is something that leaves me speechless. It's amazing to think that nothing escapes His gaze. Not the days when I feel small, not the moments when I don't even know what to ask for. The Lord is there, like a conductor who arranges every note of a song, even when I think everything is out of tune. I have seen this when something that seemed like a problem was resolved in a way I never imagined, or when a person crossed my path just when I needed advice. It is as if the Lord had a map of my life, drawing lines that I cannot see, but that lead me exactly where I need to be. I am grateful for this care that never fails, for this love that sees even what I forget to tell. Thank you for showing me that, with the Lord, every detail has a purpose, and I am never alone on this journey. My Savior, I also want to thank those who are listening to this prayer now. The Lord knows each of them, the burdens they carry, the hopes they hold in their hearts. Thank you for guiding them to this moment where they can stop and say, Lord, take care of everything. I am grateful that the Lord is big enough to take care of all of us, to lead each of us through our good days and bad. Thank you for being their shepherd too, for bringing peace to weary hearts, and for never abandoning anyone. Lord, I also thank you for the wisdom that you give me along the way. I know that I don't always get it right. Sometimes I stumble badly, but you bring me back. Thank you for teaching me to apologize when I make mistakes, to help even when I'm lazy, to trust when I just want to worry. Tonight, I'm grateful that you're slowly molding me into someone who reflects a little of your light. I'm small, Lord, but you're great, and I thank you for using me even with my flaws. My loving God, before I finish, thank you for this day that's ending. It wasn't perfect, but it was your day, and that's already a lot. Thank you for guiding me from morning until now, for protecting me, for giving me hope when I found it, that I no longer had. I am grateful for your guidance that never fails, for the promise that you are with me in everything. As I prepare to sleep, I am grateful for the peace you are bringing, for the rest that is coming, and for the chance to open my eyes tomorrow and live another day with you. Lord, I thank you for hearing this prayer tonight. I know you are here, very close, taking care of everything while I rest. I trust in your leadership, in your love, and I am grateful that you are in control. I place this night in your hands, knowing that you are watching over me. Amen. My brothers and sisters, this prayer we prayed together is not about saying that life is all easy. It is about looking at the day with its struggles and its victories and recognizing God has led me this far, and I am grateful. It is a way of remembering that we do not need to have all the answers. We just need to let God lead and trust that He sees what we do not see. Tonight, we give thanks for everything, for the worries we carry, for the little joys, for the days when we can only take one step at a time. That's what gratitude does. It helps us take our eyes off the problem and look to the one who guides us so carefully. So I ask you, what will you thank God for tomorrow, even if the day brings challenges? How will you trust His guidance a little more? Think about that as you lay your head on the pillow, and may our good Lord fill you with peace tonight and always. Amen.